Do you have a purpose in life?
Quantum Souls.
Hello everyone, Mike Arendt here, founder of Infinite Success Academy and author of the books You're the One. So, as I alluded to earlier, do you have a purpose in life? We all would seem to want to have a purpose. I think it gives us something to strive for, psychologically at least. But there's people that believe they have a God-given purpose or a divine purpose. And the sad fact is most of those people turn out to be evil. They turn out to manipulate people, to do their bidding. They're narcissists. Why? Because in the name of God. I've been told this. Think of all the kings in the medieval times that, you know, they were advised by their priest or their pope that you must attack these people. You must get rid of them. God has told me this. You are a God-given person because you are the king and you must do this. So, do some of us take it to that degree? Yeah. There's somebody right now in politics that believes he's God-given and he has all the powers in a certain country that is affecting the entire world. But that's neither here nor there for today's conversation. So do we really need to have a purpose in life? Do we have to have a purpose to do something, to become something, to become someone, to have a name tag on our shirts that says president or engineer or waitress, whatever. And then we identify ourselves with that title that we're given, but that's not us. Our name isn't even us. My name is Mike Arendt, but that's not me. That is the title I was given or the name I was given by my parents in order to identify me. But that's not who I identify with. I know that I am much more than just that name. So, are we really living our life fully? I mean, the things you do, your friends, your family, your work, your partying, this is just ambiances of life. They are surrounding your life, but they are not your life. You see, life is within you. It's your heart, your mind, your soul that helps you develop your life, your time here on earth. What's really important right now is that you are alive and you are a piece of life, a slice of God, and you must be from what you came from, right? I mean, if I cut an orange into pieces and I gave you a piece and you ate it, it tastes just like where it came from, right? A slice of apple pie, give you a slice of apple pie and you go, wow, that tastes like apple pie. Yeah, because it came from apple pie. So you see, the entire universe exists just for you, to bring you life. So let's say that you had a purpose. But after you fulfilled that purpose, you'd be bored, right? You'd need to define another purpose for you to keep going. So it's more like a goal. It's not really a purpose in life. And that's why sometimes existentially we think a little bit further than that and try to think there's something has meaning, that this purpose must be a meaning, not just a goal. So then, is there meaning to life? No, there is no meaning to life. It's just your mind, your imagination that tells you you need to have some sort of meaning in life. But there is no need to have a meaning. Now, these are big things. I'm telling you that you don't need a purpose and you don't need a meaning. So let me explain a little bit more. Psychologically, if you give yourself a purpose or a meaning, you will feel better psychologically and emotionally. But you create them falsely just to appease your mind, your imagination, and your emotions. So let's say you get married and that gives your life some meaning. You're with your life partner and you interact back and forth and you have meaning in your life. But now comes along the children. And now it kind of switches from your spouse to the children. Everything you do, every decision you make has to involve these children. So now you're happy again because you have another purpose. And then sometimes the original purpose that you had with your spouse and partner starts to fade, starts to take a back seat to the children. So then you are sad and unhappy when the children grow and leave the nest and they go out about their own lives. And then we once again lost our purpose. We have nothing to define us. So who are we then? Oh, but wait, hang on. They had children. So now you have grandchildren to fuss over, which gives you new meaning and new purpose. Do you see how it just, you skip from one thing to another? And it's just like a goal. It's not really a purpose or a meaning. So consider this for a moment. What if God or our Creator doesn't even know you exist? I mean, the Creator that created every universe or multiple universes, whatever there is out there, every little existential thing they have created. And you expect them to know or remember that you exist. So maybe she didn't give you a plan. She has no plan for you. So now what do you do? Well, I'll answer that for you because that would be impossible. Because you see, you are a creator. You are a piece of creation. You are a piece of God. Just like when we talked about the slice of orange or slice of apple. You are where you came from. So you are the one. You are a creator, a piece of the Creator that's created everything that is known, not just to us, but exists out there that we, with our five senses, cannot really see them, hear them, smell them, taste them. So creation then is made in such a way that creation and Creator cannot be separated. It's just not possible. So here you are, a creator, but most of the times you're not creating. But creation is throbbing inside of you. It's wanting to get out. But you, psychologically, have just decided to assign yourself a purpose or a meaning. So this means your thoughts and emotions have become the most important thing in your life. So this is a trap you've made for yourself, that you've set for yourself. Now, if it was a trap made by somebody else, it would probably be hard to get out of that trap. But you set this trap up, and so you can set yourself free. But we like this trap, right? It helps give us that meaning, that purpose, psychologically and emotionally. And we feel it gives us some structure in our life, because otherwise, who would we be and what would we do? But this leads us to building walls around ourselves. And on one hand, that gives us some safety and security. But on the other hand, it's restricting us. So how do we combat this then? Well, we have to become more balanced. And I'm sorry to tell you that you have no purpose. There is no purpose. There is no meaning. You are here on this earth just to be you. Just to be you. There's no goal you need to or purpose to put in your mind. Once again, that's just psychological and emotional. But if you can just be you and start doing the things that you are naturally attracted to, instead of, being told what to do by teachers, parents, friends, coworkers, you can just do what you want to do. And if you need to, maybe you need to get away for a while. Take 3 days or a week and be by yourself. Hopefully somewhere quiet or somewhere in nature, because nature really brings us back down to who we really are. And allow thoughts to come into your mind and allow them to flow through. Not thoughts about work or thoughts about what would people think of me if I change what I do or change how I act. If they love you, they'll accept you. As a matter of fact, you might be able to help them once they see how well you've adapted and things don't bother you anymore, that you're not driven by some kind of thing that tells you you're God-given and have to do this. And sure, people have many different talents, like athletes or race car drivers or engineers. They have certain talents and they've developed them. And someone might say, well, you've got a gift from God. But that's just something natural they already had when they came and were born into this earth. And they discovered it, they liked it, they loved it, and they lived it. And that's why they became who they became. Not because someone gave them a purpose or gave them an arbitrary meaning. So by living a more balanced life, you can just be you instead of trapping yourself in these walls that, sure, they give you some structure and some safety, but they're constricting you too. The cocoon that holds the emerging butterfly has held it in there for quite a long time while it was forming. And it had safety and it had structure over the weeks or months that it was growing inside. But now it's broken free. And once it gets through and its wings dry, it flies away. It can be you, the butterfly. Remember, there is nothing more important than that you are alive right now, and this is your life. So, thank you so much for watching today, and don't forget, right after the talk here, there's more waterfall videos of the waterfalls I just visited yesterday and recorded them as well, drone shots included. And thank you so much for listening, and also I love you all and I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye for now. Hello everybody, just me again. If you want to find out who you really are, just look up here. And if you want to find out how to create success in your life and business, look right up here. Take care. Bye for now.